Yeah, it's your boy Urban High Urban Philosopher. Of course, you know, you talking to...
Man, what's good? How y'all doing? This is Ink. I got a little cold, y'all, but you know I'm here, I'm back. Had a little thing going on, but everything back. So, y'all, guess what? I was at the crib last night cooking dinner, and me and wifey was sitting across the bed afterwards. We was talking, and she said, I'm apologizing. I said, no, babe, people don't apologize after they get caught. So I straight called my brother. I said, bro, I got a great topic that we can jump on and see how many people guilty, not guilty. And this is it.
So basically what we're doing, we're going to give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't be apologizing after you got caught.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do.
And the reason 1, fear of consequence. Now, what you think about that?
Me, you know me, bro. I'm gonna come raw with it and tell it the way it is. People already told me I can't curse too much, so I adapted that. You know what I'm saying? But so the English come up with another thing. I'm gonna come smart, you know, raw. So people don't apologize when they get caught. It ain't about nothing fearing. It's what they scared of.
I mean, it could be like said consequences. I mean, that is a big thing. Like if you get caught doing something, and it makes you look make you look a certain kind of way, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, or the extent of what can happen because of that. You know what I mean? The consequence is anybody feel it's like if you know you get caught with the wrong kind of drug, man.
Yeah.
The consequence is outstanding.
Done. They gonna cook you. You know what I mean? They gonna put you in a pan. They gonna cook you. But for real though, that's how I see it. It's like people only apologize after they get caught. You ain't never seen somebody come to you and be like, I'm so sorry because I'm going to burn down your house and then burn down your house. You ain't never seen that. You ain't never seen nobody run out of this joint and rob a bank and go to the bank an hour before they say, I'm sorry, I'm about to rob you. You ain't never seen that. Why is it people only apologize when they get caught? Is what I want to understand. You're not sympathetic because if you was, you wouldn't have did it in the beginning.
Well, number 2 reason. External pressure often is a confrontation to or the exposure of their wrongdoing that forces an individual to acknowledge their actions without external pressure. That might rationalize their behavior, downplay the harm, or simply avoid thinking about it. Being caught creates a social obligation to respond, and an apology is a common, though sometimes insincere reason or response.
Peep this out, y'all. I'm a realist on that, right? It's my brother. He more understanding and all that kind of nonsense. Me, it's like this. If you can't be real about yourself, you can't be real with nobody else. Please understand this. And it hurts like hell, but then of course, in order for you to be completely free of all the bullshit in your life, you gotta be real with yourself. Me personally, the reason I came up with that little concept is because I don't accept people's apologies because of that reason. And me personally, I deal with the people that I've been dealing with for years. So if a person that I fuck with, excuse my language, deal with, apologizes, I can take that as sincerity because I know them and I can know the kind of person they is. I'm not gonna apologize for something I did. If I go smack somebody, I'm not gonna apologize. And they got a reason for that, you know what I'm saying? And the people I deal with got that mentality too. So like my brother, if something happened between us, he apologized, I can take that for sincerity. I ain't got a second guess. This new generation, I call it the pill-popping, meth-taking kids these days, and people and adults, 22-year-old mamas, 30-year-old great-grandmas and stuff like that. See, I don't get down with them because they only apologize when they get caught. They don't mean it sincerely. They only apologize so they can see that where they can go on with the next bullshit, with the next nonsense, with the next whatever they try to do against you. You know what I mean? Used to be one of them people. I did a lot of shit in my life, a lot of dirt. You know what I mean? Woo-woo, I apologize. It is what it is. But one thing about me, if I apologize, I mean it because I don't like to say I'm sorry and I hate being wrong. So that's basically why I came with this concept, bro. People only apologize when they get caught, not before they do the act.
Reason 3. Self-preservation and reputation management. Being caught can severely damage one's social standing, professional life, or personal relationships. Apologizing even if not deeply felt, can be strategic to move to appear remorseful and attempt to repair the damage. The apology becomes a tool for regaining trust or minimizing negative judgment from others.
There are only few people out here that in each and every person's life that they truly trust 100% with everything and all that. And that's usually like your great grandma, your grandma, sometimes your mama, you know what I mean, maybe your dad sometimes. But if you're gonna have to apologize about the situation, don't do it. If you're gonna have regrets about what you're about to do or what you're about to say to a person, don't do it. Because you ain't never supposed to second guess and regret anything you do in your life. Is all
Now, but like I said, but wonder if the consequences is too overwhelming for that, to where and then sometimes people do when people do wrong. Sometimes people ain't looking at it like they're supposed to look at it at first. Sometimes they do be like, man, I ain't even had to do that.
But there's a reason for that though. It gotta be a reason for that though.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason why you didn't consider it the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you try and do something, you're mad on something, you're not, you know you gotta cut some things out to even be able to do it. You gotta have a certain state of mind to even do it. So you gonna automatically block out whatever you have to do what you gotta do. And hope that the results don't be fucked up.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Hold on. All right.
And what he mean by effed up, y'all? Burnt your bridge. That's what he mean. To all black people, we know what that means. Burn your bridge. Keep going.
Reason 4. Realization of harm. See what I'm saying? While not always the primary driver, being caught can sometimes lead to a genuine realization of the harm caused. The confrontation might force the person to see the situation from the victim's perspective, leading to an actual regret and desire to apologize. However, this is often intertwined with the fear of consequences. Just like I was just saying, exactly. Just like I was just saying too, because sometimes, like I say, you go on something, not thinking about it, and then when it happened, and you see how much damage it did cause, you be like, oh man, like this ain't what your purpose was. You were trying to go on there, maybe break in the house, get some money and whatever, and leave. You ain't know this was gonna happen, and somebody else was trying to rob it at the same time.
That's when you jump in, bro, with the what ifs. That's when the what ifs should tap you in your shoulder. What if I do this and this happens? You know what I'm saying? People do go into doing things and think about the good layer. They will never think about the bad layer. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a bad layer to any caper that you do, any crime and whatever. There's always a bad layer to it. It ain't always the glory that you can go in this bank, you can rob for $100 million, and you can get away with it. You can live on the beach and all. That's good in. You know what I'm saying? But what if kicks in?
But
you know
see, that's where
what if?
And that's where this sincere apology come from too. Cause now, like I say, cause you really, once you've done it, you can't really undo it. So all that you can do is show people that you sincerely, regret or remorseful for what has happened. You know what I'm saying? You mean to do what you did, but you ain't mean for the outcome to be like it was.
That's where my philosophy come in. Why not interject the what if in the planning stage?
Yeah, but we wouldn't be having this video if they did that.
In the planning stage.
Last reason 5. Social norms and expectations. Society generally expects an apology when wrongdoing is exposed. People who are caught might apologize simply because it's the social acceptable thing to do, even if they don't truly feel sorry. They understand that an apology is often required to move forward or to avoid further social sanctions. And it's kind of like what you were saying earlier too. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying too, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You in a situation and then, and just keep people off you. You know what I mean? For until you get your time to get back together, or
True that.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, we want to thank y'all for joining in. It's your boy Urban Philosopher, Watch the Kumba, of course.
Listen, y'all, I'm trying to get over this cold. I feel bad, but I'm still here. Remember that.